What's up, guys? It's Mikey B. It is day 4, part 2, Dark Days of Christmas. Let's get this going. In the previous episode, we did an awful lot and an awful little at the same time. We managed to escape from Blighttown. We spoke to some very important NPCs at Firelink Shrine. And we managed to kill the Moonlight Butterfly in Darkroot Garden. And now we unveiled... Well, I say we unveiled. We've got a bit of a mystery on our hands. Why was a Moonlight Butterfly here, of all places, actually guarding a petrified blacksmith who is using, well, making divine weapons and holds the basement key? We're going to find out in a minute. Yeah, we're going to find out in a minute. Just bear with me one quick second. Is that the... Oh, you usually move. Oh, well, whatever. Goodbye, son. Okay, so we've got some more treasures that we need to find. We're going to find ourselves getting very pardon me. We're going to organically find out what on earth that was all about with the butterfly. We've got a lot of like I said, a lot of treasures to unearth, very powerful ones. So they're definitely worth getting. Hello, son. Not going any further than that, because as soon as I do, we get some visitors. So we'll deal with that in a moment or two. Right. Oh no! Die. No, nothing for you. Nothing from you. These frogs, man, I love the design, but what are they thinking? It don't make any sense. Anyway, green blossom. Green blossom is a weed that further increases your stamina regeneration. So it's good to have, but it's not necessary. So it's probably one of my more favourite parts in the game, really, this Darkroot area. It's just very, very tranquil, really. Right. This guy guarding something very special. We have just got the Wolf Ring. We are immediately swapping to the Wolf Ring. There we go. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Wolf Ring belongs to Artorius, the Abyss Walker. Artorius had an unbendable will of steel and was unmatched with a great sword. Probably because of this ring, actually, to be fair. What it does... Whoop! There we go. What that does is it increases your poise by an awful lot, which means that if you do get hit whilst you're swinging a slower weapon, like a greatsword or an ultra greatsword, you don't stop swinging that sword. Yeah, so it's very powerful, very, very powerful. I'll deal with you as well. Come here, son. Down you go. Right, so we are going to go and rest ourselves at the bonfire down here. Reason for that being is this is the only way to get to the next part of Darkroot Garden. It's also mega close to a sub-boss, or 2 sub-bosses actually. So this is the way to go, in my opinion. Shoo. Bloop. Such a boon that we found this armour as well. Such a massive boon because it's got poise damage on there as well. I will be levelling it up when I get a chance to grind off camera. Those bloody dragons, honestly. Right. Here we are. We're back in the game. Back in the game now. Massive, this place. Absolutely massive. Right. So, first things first. We're going to ignore these guys completely. More references to Sith. Sith? Seth. Seth? Seath. Seath is his name. More references to Seath with the crystal golems down there. Okay, and again, very interesting. Crystal golems down there. This fella in here. Now, some of you know who he is, some of you don't. There's also a bit of dispute as to who he is, but bam! Yeah, yeah, do not get hit with that club. Certainly not. Boom. Is that it? Is he done? Goodbye, son. Havel's ring. Now, some people will dispute that that's Havel. Some people will say that it's not. I'm not going to weigh in today because I just can't be bothered. But very powerful ring. Havel's ring boosts maximum equipment load. So heavier weapons, heavier armour, better. This ring was named after Havel the Rock, Lord Gwyn's old battlefield compatriot. Havel's men wore the ring to express faith in their leader and to carry a heavier load. Now that's why a lot of people would dispute that that's Havel himself. But I would say it's really rather interesting that there's a guy wearing full Havel's armour, obviously his weapon and shield, and a ring, locked up in a tower that is defended by a moonlight butterfly, a hydra, and crystal golems. That's my argument. I guess I'm weighing in. I guess I am weighing in, even though I said I wouldn't. It's an awful lot of defensive stuff, to say the least. To say the very least. In fact, let's get these guys over here. So that Hydra's going to get very upset in a moment. I'm dead. No, I'm not dead. I am alive. Honestly, I am going to swap back to Zeusade people. It's no good. Whoa. That's pretty powerful though. They are weak to fire. Very weak to fire. There's one more around here. Where are you, son? Yeah, I haven't forgotten about you, Sunshine. Now, he can kill his own troops as well, which I find is quite funny. I'm not going to try and do it now. Down you go. Right, let's get this son of a gun. We've got to be careful with this fight because it looks like we can walk anywhere until we get to the very edge and then we die. It's difficult to see as well. Oh, I'm right on it. We're going to come over here. Bam! One. Okay, that didn't work out as planned. So let's do exactly the same thing without changing. Again, still knocking around. There we go. So we can cut the heads off the Hydra, and they don't grow back, thank goodness. Here we go. So if it was me, and I was designing this, I would definitely make it a necessity to have some kind of fire weapon or something like that. Or a different weak point. If you don't have a fire weapon. So it just seems that they had such a really good idea and then just went halfway with it. Now this fight takes a bit of time, a bit longer than I think we should do. Just not hitting very hard. That's all. Spin attack! Bam! There we go. Two more heads, is that it? Nice, 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 nice. That one there is going to be a nightmare to get rid of. Right on the edge it is. Down you go. Mate. Excellent. Excellent news. Excellent. Right, so we got two things here. We got the dragon scale and we got another ring. What have we got this time? Dusk Crown Ring. Grants extra magic castings but halves HP. Very powerful if you are a glass cannon, because you get to be glass cannoneer, I suppose. This magic crown-shaped ring was granted to Princess Dusk of Udacil upon her birth. The ring stone, which allows its wearer to cast additional magics, but at the cost of 1/2 of HP. So yeah, we won't be equipping it. Here we go, Knight Helm. The Knight equipment, like I mentioned before, is very, very good. We have the elite version of that, so it's not necessarily necessary. And now we've beaten the Hydra, but there's still some stuff here. A lot of souls here as well, that should be acceptable now. What is going on here? Okay, so this cave should have a crystal golem in it. It doesn't have the golem. So what we're going to do, if this ever happens to you, just follow what I'm doing here. Just quit the game, and never return to it. I'm only joking. Thank you. There we go. Okay, come on, son. He's not particularly strong, but he does hit like a truck. Bam! See? Now if you take a look inside as well, inside that big crystal at the top, you can see there's actually a woman trapped in there. So yeah, just be careful if you're doing any AoE attacks, because you can accidentally kill her, and then you've done all this for nothing. Bam! Down you go. Right, look at her there. Landing with her back to me. Right. Let's have a word, eh?
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulasil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Yes, big time actually.
Thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Okay. So that's Dusk of Ulasil. Very interesting character, actually, to be honest. What is she doing here? Why was she captured? We have a theory or a rumour in this world that Seath the Scaleless is kidnapping maidens to use in experiments regarding things like immortality, humanity, sorcery, things of that nature. But what is she doing here? Because she's from Ulasil, which is a place from the past. So how did he get her here in the first place? I know time is convoluted and everything, but yeah.
I am Dusk of Ulasil. It is an honour to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes.
Right. What are we learning? We're learning a proper bow. Proper bow! And we have got some interesting magics and equipment. Definitely get yourself 2 of these. You don't necessarily need 2, but if you've got one in both hands, then yay. Hidden body, cast light, repair, chameleon, and hidden weapon. Most of this stuff is PvP. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing PvP, but we are going to be taking all of her stuff. So let's see what else she's got to say.
I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken and banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth.
Ooh.
The sorceries of Ulasil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ulasil's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies?
fascination in the discrepancies.
The sorceries of Ulysses.
Blah, blah,
Fine
blah.
sorceries of. Is there not?
I heard you the first time, woman. I heard you the first time. Alright, so yeah, the Ulasil sorceries are definitely different from Vinheim.
In need. Pray summon me again. I only wish to be of some genuine assistance. May the flames guide thee.
Right, see you later. Yeah, because the sorceries of Vinheim, they are very aggressive spells, super aggressive spells, and yet there's some of them that are very similar to Ulasil. I mentioned Fall Control, which is, like I said, it's bloody useless, but it is not aggressive. You've got Oral Decoy as well, which creates obviously a sound to distract your enemy. Again, not necessarily great, but yeah, very very similar to the Ulasil sorceries. Simply because they're supportive, and you can use those in different ways. It doesn't have to be combat. But yeah, enough about that. We have got a very important magic. It's called Cast Light, and it allows us to. Thank you. It doesn't just allow us to put that corpse. It allows us to go into the catacombs earlier on and get ourselves a very very powerful set of equipment, set of spells. I'm considering going there myself. Two ways through this part. We are going to go this way because this is where all the goodies lie. Right. Okay, look at that bad boy. There's 3 of these. Bam! I'll give you something to smile about. Right, now once he does that attack, he basically cannot do anything whilst he's in this little section. Okay, so if you just bait him in, he says as he dies. There we go. They don't carry anything, sadly, but they are a pain in the ass, and they're a bit of a gatekeeper to this section. But we're going to get rid of them, and once we do that, we are going to have access to some very very powerful treasures. We're going to have access to some very very powerful grinding sections as well. Heal. There's an enemy further down the road that will drop the lightning pine resin. So yeah, and we can just grind that off them. Son of a gun! Oh no. Oh no. Bastard. Well, one of them's gone. One of them's gone. Right. Quick as we can, let's go. Now, thankfully, I have learnt my lesson. We do have magic, and it's time to use it. Now, we don't have to kill these guys unless we want to. The golems do actually drop the blue titanite chunk. So, yeah, We can kill them if we want, and it would be useful later on to actually grind those chunks, but we don't have to do it yet. All in good time. Up we go, the loading ladder. Oof. At least let's get a good look. Let's get a good look at the view. We can. Finally. Up this final one, come on. Right, where are they then? Come on, you two. I see you up there, come on. Oh, Mikey B, what are you playing at? You had him dead to rights then. Bam! Pyromancy OP! This is just a basic pyromancy as well. It's the old fire orb. There are so much better ones that I could be using. Bam! Bye, son! There we go. So that gatekeeper is now done. We can access this point at any time now. Oh. Right. Okay, so we're in yeah, basically we're in Mario Land right about now. These little guys, they hit like a truck. Do not be deceived by them, but there's other stuff going on as well. They will run off sometimes to go get their daddy, their mummy and their daddy. So do not mess with them unless you plan to finish them. I feel kind of bad, really. I do feel kind of bad. But they just have to go. There we go, see, keep going to those two there. Do not engage with those two unless you absolutely 100% have to. Where's the other one? Where is he? Right. It is important that we take what is in that chest. Right, that is basically it. That's all we're going to be able to do. Right. Iframes. Yeah, these guys. Look at the damage. If you'll notice, they've got a very similar attack pattern to the actual... Oh my Jesus Lord. To the golems. Which, is there a connection? I don't know. We might be able to find one... Oh my goodness, why did I just do that? Back! Oof. We might be able to find a connection through the DLC. Dead. Dead because you didn't roll in the right direction. Flip me. Flip me off. Right, let's try that again. I'm gonna have to speed this up. Right. Okay, so we're back here. Finally. After about 20 minutes of just wandering through the forest. We are still after the contents of that chest. I don't care. But thankfully, that death may have been a blessing in disguise. I now have all the fire orbs in the world. Which mean absolutely nothing at all because he's in water. Thank you, son. Come on now. Branch stopped a fireball, really. Bam! Down you go. Gold pine resin. Thank you ever so much. Now, you. Only got 5 of these orbs, so you're gonna have to make the most of it. Boom! Last one. Damn, son! And that is how you're supposed to bloody do it. Right. Enchanted Ember. Don't mind if I do, guys. Don't mind if I do. What that's going to allow us to do, we are going to be able to get a plus 14... well, I say plus 14. There'll be a plus 4 enchanted weapon, which is essentially a plus 14 weapon. It relies on intelligence, though. So we'll be looking for a different weapon to replace it later on. There we go. We're not dropping anything, these. They do drop pine resin. I have seen it before. They do drop it. Right, is that it? Let me just take a look. So we came in from here, didn't we? Yeah, we came in from here. Now we have to be careful because there's an archer knocking around who is going to kick our ass if we're not careful. Oh! Oh, she didn't notice me. Very good. Okay. Well, that is a nice turn of events. We have this chest here. Stone helm, stone armor, stone gloves, stone leggings. So if you want to cosplay as one of those bad boys, you can do that now. Pardon me. Also in this back area, you may see the light over there. Is a pardon me. There is a late game boss through those gates. Now, if you're able to defeat that boss, you gain access to a very, very special ring, which will allow you to take on an even later stage boss. And yeah, gain access to all the goodies that boss provides. We have missed the opportunity, however, to do that, so we'll just do it organically. Ah, there you are, bugger. Oh, there's two. Flipping out. Oh, another one there. These guys, when you actually think about it, they are just as strong, if not more so, than the Stone Guardians, which is what we've just been fighting previously. It takes 4 hits to take out those little kids. If they even are kids, they're mushrooms at the end of the day. Yeah, look at that bugger there. Hello!
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me, but cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorius? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorius art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say. Well, indeed.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee.
Ooh.
I'm Alvina of the Darkroot Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest groves. What dost thou say? Wilt thou not join us? Oh, yes, I believe we would suit thee well.
Go on.
I am very glad. And now thou art one of us. Let us establish a covenant. And here taketh this ring.
Thank you.
It allows for thine summoning. If mine senses reveal intruders, I will summon thee. Fend them off, sir. I beseech only this. I shall summon others who will, by their honor, work tirelessly with thee. Thou shalt receive great reward, and whatsoever ye shall pillage will be thine own. A true agreement, not so? But thou must heed the golden rule. The clan is thine only home. To thine kinsmen forever stay true. Darest not in any attempt to double cross. Have no doubt, such wretchedness never will we tolerate.
Okay then. Flipping heck. Right, so now that we're part of the clan, The NPCs around here will not touch us at all, which is very, very useful. I mean, you can take them out if you really want to, but what's the point? There's not really a lot of souls, given to you if you do that. And they don't drop any items. There's only one person who drops items, and it's a bow and a hat. It's a pretty baller hat, so we may end up... we may end up being a little bit naughty. A little bit naughtier than we normally are. But other than that, there's really no reason to not join these guys. We also gain access to this fella.
I've heard all about you. I'm Shiva of the East, captain of the brigade.
All-out baller.
Basics now. As there's no time to chat in the midst of fighting, except there is little in the form of rules. You hear? Fight and hunt as you like. Whoever's fastest gets to prey. That's the way it is. Only, don't forget what Avina said. Traitors aren't given a second chance for any reason. That's about it, then. Don't worry. It's a good old time, isn't it? Great to have you with us. Good hunting to you. Don't worry now. You'll be called in soon enough. Hunters with patience score the best kills.
Hunters with patience score the best kills. Unless you're this fella.
Did you notice that one? Sharp eyes? He is one of the clan from the east, like myself. Always slinking in the shadows. But he is a tough one. You'll see what I mean.
Huh. How exactly will I see what you mean? Anyway, Shiva of the East is a cool guy, man. Really, really cool. You can't summon him for anything, though, which is... massively, massively disappointing. I'd have loved to have him, help me fight against, say, Sith or something like that. I'd probably go against his law, though, and obviously his covenant. But there's some content with this game where apparently he betrays you anyway. So, yeah, obviously it's not against his nature. Certainly not. So it would have been cool to have him do something like that, but he doesn't. He does turn into a merchant. Where am I going? Oh my goodness. I am a horror movie victim. Right, there we go. Flipping heck. Now these are significantly harder than the ones I have fought before. Down you go, son, down you go. Yay, we've got them all coming after me. Love it. Down you go. Thankfully, it's not never ending. It's just you. All right, it's just you so far. Excellent. Oh, there's one there. Look, if we can just take a look there in the top right, he's hidden in the ground. He's waiting for us all. There we go. See. Well, whoever wants to be first, come on. Oh, you fool. Right, so this is a great place for a fire weapon. A great place for a fire weapon. Down you go, son. Down you go. Okay, now there's supposed to be an item around here. It seems to have vanished. I don't think that's right at all. Where is it? Oh, it's that over there, look. Great. I think I've got all the plant people or whatever it is that they're called, but let's just whoa, sunshine. 4 at once. Bam! Dodge! Gits. Oh! Wow! Oh my goodness, this has not been an elegant run at all. We've not even killed a boss. We haven't even killed a boss yet. Right. Well, actually, there's a shortcut to that place. So, yeah, we will not have lost souls. Thank goodness. Unbelievable. Right. Okay, so here's the shortcut to get back to where we were. It's supposed to be the shortcut for us to leave, but life's not that easy, is it? Right, there we go. Souls got. I don't think there's anything else left around here. Oof. Right, okay. Okay. Yeah, they don't like the Hadokens, do they? No, they do not. Moonwalking out of here, I don't think so. Heck, iframes on this guy. There we go. They don't last forever though, son. Huh. I did not ask to do that, but oh well. You may have a bow, I suppose. You did manage to kill me once, so I'll let you off. Flipping heck. Down you go. Oh, blooming. Nice. So these guys are good for getting moss. Very, very good for getting moss. Now, I normally like to end these videos with a boss fight, as I'm sure you've noticed. I did not intend to spend so much time here. Absolutely not. And the shortcut to actually get to the boss I wanted to end on is not here. So, for your sake and mine, we are going to do something a little bit out of order. Yeah, a tiny bit out of order. We should be all right. It's not the hardest boss in the world. We're going to have to do it eventually anyway, so, you know. Roll down. Here we go. Okay, now we are going to have to be careful as well because, as you've seen, the only bonfire, if we die, is about 100 miles away. So we're going to have to be careful. Now, this boss isn't difficult, like I said, but I am going to use a different shield just because I don't want my health getting chipped away, that's all. Look at that sword there. That is a beauty, isn't it? An absolute beauty. That's some jank graphics. Could have spent some time there, guys, honestly. No one would have minded. This is a remaster after all. Okay, so like I said, this isn't the hardest boss in the world. He does hit like a tank, however. So you just have to be careful a little bit. But yeah, you can see for yourself, if you have the damage, like chip damage, because your shield is a little bit pants. Whoa, son. He's going to kill you. He'll kill you basically. Tell you what, he is the goodest doggo though. hate that move. Honestly, I hate it so much. Just a frame off. Just gotta be careful. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Gotta be careful. Gotta get in between the legs. Keep that guard up. There's actually 2 badass rings actually that you get from this fight. I totally forgot. Sad though, this fight. When you actually know a little bit about the lore, it is sad. But what can you do? What can you do? Oosh! Here we go now. See, Sif isn't undead. Sif is just a great wolf. He's the goodest wolf. Bam! Well, he is actually dead now. Which is sad. Sif the wolf is basically... I'll take that, thank you. He's basically guarding the grave of Artorias there. And yeah, he is basically holding on to that ring to make sure that nobody can basically walk the abyss again. Simply put. Yeah, we do not want to unlock the abyss. Absolutely not. That's where the dark wraiths come from. It's not necessarily where the curse comes from, but it's definitely a symptom of the curse, I do believe. Or it's vice versa. The things that happened in the abyss are because of the inhabitants of Ulasil. It's because of the gods meddling in things. Because let's remember, at the beginning of this game, the fire in the underground is what caused life and death and all that to come to being. Then there was the souls, and then there was the people that found the souls. Okay, now they claim the title of gods because obviously they're very, very powerful now because of these souls, but the powers began to die. And they basically didn't want to relinquish their title or go back to the dark. Now, obviously, I don't think anybody would want to go back to the dark. In all fairness, so what they decided they'd do instead is they would meddle in stuff that they actually really, really didn't understand. Even, the player base doesn't necessarily understand what these great souls actually are. But we do know that the dark soul is what they were basically using to meddle, with. We do know that. It caused an awful lot of problems. So, yeah. Sif basically has that ring now, because everything that's going on in the abyss cannot be disturbed. It cannot be disturbed at all. Otherwise, you've not just got the curse to deal with, You've also got the Dark Wraiths to deal with as well, who are basically making the curse even worse, killing everybody off, stealing humanity, you name it. Killing gods. Yeah, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. So, yeah, Artorias couldn't do it. And that is why his doggo is taking his place. I won't give too much more away because there's a whole DLC dedicated to it all, and that will explain things a little bit better than myself, a little bit further. But yeah, we have now got an awful lot of souls. We have got 0 humanity, but we have managed to... I'm not going to kill his golems. I thought I was going to do it, but I don't want to do it. I just don't want to. We basically done everything here. We have. Wow, we unlocked an awful lot of stuff. We unlocked an awful lot of stuff. Next episode, we are going to step foot into Sen's Fortress. I wanted to do that in this episode, but there's just so much going on. I ended up dying far too many times than is comfortable for myself to actually show on camera, but there you go, it is what it is. I'll just have to live with that, it's history. Yeah, that's why we're not stopping to talk and take a look at the scenery. We've seen enough of the scenery in this episode. So yeah, if you like what you've seen, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. I will be doing another playthrough of this game between Christmas and New Year. So if there's anything that you want to see, any suggestions yourself, that's why we have a comment section, guys. Okay, let me know. So yeah, thank you very much. I will see you all in the next one.